This is Barbados, the easternmost island in the Caribbean. And unlike other islands, it is essentially of coral formation and non-volcanic. Barbados can be described as somewhat pear-shaped, measuring 14 miles by 21. It has a population of more than 260,000, of which 90% are black. It also has the distinction of being the most densely populated of the Caribbean islands. The capital, Bridgetown, was established in 1628 and was apparently so named after a bridge the Indians had left there. Today, it has approximately 100,000 inhabitants. Tourism is the major industry and provides the greatest source of foreign currency. It also offers the vacationer a fantasy world of sun, fun, and surf. The visitor whose interests range beyond a tour bus view of the countryside is quick to realize that, indeed, Barbados presents more than a beach lined with hotels. The villages, plantations, the hills and valleys cradle the soul of Barbados. Time has begun to blur the colonial past, but has not eroded the importance of one thing: sugarcane. On an island with an area of 166 square miles, about 60% of the land is devoted to growing sugarcane. It is estimated that 12% of the population depends directly or indirectly on the sugar industry for its livelihood. Sugar became so important to the economy of Barbados that it has become known as King Sugar. Ironically, it made some men extremely wealthy, yet thrust others into slavery. The manufacture of sugar commenced sometime around 1640. Now, over 125,000 long tons of sugar are produced annually, not to mention some 2 million bottles of fine rum. Cane cutters are a familiar sight throughout the cane fields of Barbados. Yet their presence seems to plunge one into the pages of history. This manner of harvesting cane has not changed in over 3 centuries. Modern technology is making significant inroads, but a totally mechanized industry is costly, and mechanical breakdowns create delays which add considerably to production costs. Moreover, machines cannot be used in extremely hilly country. So for the time, the cane cutter remains. Once the task of cutting and loading cane is accomplished, machines take over. In the initial stage, the cane is crushed, then further reduced by a series of rotating knives or choppers. Next, this material is thoroughly soaked. Later, it finds its way to the juice heaters, where it is boiled and the juice removed. Cane pith with the juice completely removed is called bagasse. Though seemingly useless, it is not discarded. Among other things, it is used to fuel the furnaces which will ultimately provide power for the factory. Once the juice is cleared, it passes through evaporation stages until sugar crystals are produced. These crystals are spun around in a centrifuge to separate the molasses. The molasses is sent to distilleries to produce rum. The end result is yellow crystals, or sugar containing a sucrose content of 65 to 96%. At this stage, it is ready for the table and world markets.
Woman started jumping, woman started bumping.
As the month of June approaches, the harvest is all but over. Traditionally, it was a time for plantation communities to celebrate. With the advent of mechanization, such rural festivals ceased until the Board of Tourism resurrected the cultural event into a month-long tourist attraction called the Crop Over Festival. The highlight of this national fete is Calumet Day, which features a parade of masquerading groups depicting the island's heritage, its flora and fauna, and folk legends. And the streets of Bridgetown make room for day-long singing and dancing. For over 340 years, Barbados has wagered its livelihood on a commodity called sugar. The question remains, will the future be as sweet as the past?